All right, back for another beer review, and today I'm going to be reviewing yet another beer from the Tree House Brewing Company, and they're out of Charlton, Massachusetts, and this is their AAAlterrr Ego. So this is what they're calling an American IPA, but it's Tree House, so let's be honest, it's a New England style IPA. Comes in at 6.8% alcohol by volume, no IBUs listed, and at the time of review, this beer is approximately 3.5 weeks old, give or take a few days. And I want to give a huge shout out and thanks to my buddy Sean for hooking me up with this beer. Thank you very much, buddy. If you guys want to check out the other beers that Sean hooked me up with, I'll post a link in the description box to the beer haul video that contains said beer. So, before we get into this beer, let's talk about the regular AAAlterrr Ego, which is behind me on the pretentious wall of bottles and cans. That beer is the AAAlterrr Ego, so to speak, to their flagship IPA, Julius. They basically take the base recipe of Julius, but they add Mosaic and Amarillo hops to the dry hop recipe, and it changes that beer quite a bit. I can speak of that. I have firsthand knowledge of that because I've had both Julius and AAAlterrr Ego, and to be honest with you, full disclosure, AAAlterrr Ego is one of my favorite beers from Tree House that I've tried. I feel it's quite a bit better than Julius. It has more of an intense tropical punch to it. Those Mosaic and Amarillo hops really add something to it. So when Sean told me he had this beer, I was super pumped because basically this beer is AAAlterrr Ego on steroids. They add a lot of hops to both the kettle and dry hopping to the base AAAlterrr Ego. And they say it amplifies and intensifies the aroma and the flavors and everything, whatever. It sounds amazing because I love AAAlterrr Ego, so a bigger, bolder version of AAAlterrr Ego sounds good to me. Anyway, let's crack it open, get into it. This beer is about a half an hour out of the fridge, so it should be pretty damn ready to drink. I mean, probably around 50 degrees. Let's give it a pour. Maybe like 55, I don't know. I don't know exactly, I just know it's not ice cold, baby. So, yeah. That pours out very similar to Julius. It has like this darker, almost peach look to it. Very turbid and murky, about a finger and a half of an off-white head. Hold it up to the light here. Yeah, there's no light getting through that body. Yeah, plays the role of New England style IPA, right? Let's get into it. That's fantastic. Yeah, memories of AAAlterrr Ego are coming back to me. I remember that having like this tropical punch character to it, like tons of like ripened mango and pineapple and just peachy and apricot, nectarine, like big stone fruit vibes. It has this nice like almost bready crackery malt underneath it. I didn't mention that in Julius, I don't think, but these beers have a little bit of more of a malt component than a lot of other New England style IPA producers. Slight bubblegum note, probably from the yeast. There is a bit of like this nondescript dankness, like a hop resin character. But yeah, this is really just all about that tropical fruit explosion. It's I'm even getting a touch of like a red berry too. If there should be Mosaic in here, and if there is, that's probably where it's coming from. Yeah, it smells it smells divine, dynamite. I just want to get into it. So cheers, everybody, and thanks again, Sean. Yeah, it's great. I just want to sit here and drink it all. I will say, based on my recollection of AAAlterrr Ego, this isn't drinking bigger than that beer, or at least from my memory. But it has a lot of those similar notes. Like I said, a lot of tropical fruit in this one. All that stone fruits, peach, apricot, nectarine, pineapple, ripened mango. Follows the nose to a T. Body mouthfeel, it's Tree House. Soft, creamy mouthfeel. Body's like medium, slightly higher than medium body. It's appropriate. The one thing about Tree House beers, I think this might be where a lot of people are saying they dropped off, or maybe not. I could be completely wrong. I am usually. But I feel Tree House, for me, has always had this like laid back, subtle vibe to them. Like there's a lot of things going on, but they're not, a lot of the flavors aren't intense. They really rely on just like the subtle and nuanced characters of the beer to, it's just, they're well made, you know what I mean? They're very well made and cohesive, but like there isn't this, you know, overabundance of like one or two characters bowling you over. It's just like, it's a nice harmony of tropical fruit flavors, a little bit of citrus underneath, like a orange and tangerine component. But no one character is bigger than the other, especially when it comes to the fruit. And that's what I think I really dig about Tree House. But nowadays, when you have so many bold and, dare I say, bombastic, Paul over at PA Brew News, characters to a lot of these double and triple dry hopped New England style IPAs, I think these are a little bit too maybe nuanced and subtle for a lot of people now, or maybe they have dropped off. Like I said, I don't know what I'm talking about, but for me, the thing about it, when it comes to a Tree House hop forward beer, the thing that really gets me is just how well made they are and just how easy to drink they are. I cannot say honestly if this is drinking better than AAAlterrr Ego. I'd say it's about the same. So as far as a rating goes on this beer, I'm gonna give it a 4.5 out of 5. It's a fucking another tasty beer. The mouthfeel and body are proper. It has a very low bitterness, so if you're a fan of the fruit-forward IPAs without a huge substantial bitterness, this is the beer for you. I mean, there is a slight bitterness on the back of the palate hanging around, and it doesn't finish overly dry. It has a nice balance between the sweetness and the dryness. But as you guys can see, I'm drinking pretty much all of the beers in my glass, like whatever, 6 ounces, 7 ounces. It's a fucking great beer, and I thank Sean. Sean has hooked me up with all these awesome Tree House beers and Trillium beers and stuff, and I cannot thank you enough, Sean. I truly do appreciate it. So that was AAAlterrr Ego from the Tree House Brewing Company. Gets a 4.5 out of 5. Awesome beer. Please like, comment, subscribe, and until the next one, cheers.